Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. I am finally back with another wedding inspo video. I know these videos are not particularly popular. I think obviously it depends on the actual design itself and whether it will be popular or not, but I'm sorry, I can't get my words out. I mainly am doing it because I'm doing these nails on myself anyway, so I just think I might as well get a video out of it. Because spare time is few and far between at the moment with having a young baby. Well, he's not really young anymore, he's 1, but you know, he's still small and still requires a lot of time and attention. So I'm going to be doing, I don't know if you would have seen the video or not, but I did an Aurora chrome over a silver cat's eye video not that long ago, and I absolutely loved how it turned out. And I don't know whether I said in the video or not, but I really loved those, and it wasn't actually one of my wedding nail like ideas sort of thing. I hadn't done them for that reason, so I'm going to do them for that reason in this video. Basically, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the same thing but in a different style, because I think I have settled for the fact that I do want some sort of French for my wedding nails, because I don't want any all over colour. I want them to be quite subtle, but like enough to them for them to like catch people's eye, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to do that design but in a French way. Still probably do a couple of the petals or leaves or whatever, and we're going to do just the chrome and the cat's eye on the tips. The only thing that's putting me off this and thinking that I'm not going to like it is because I imagine the tips are going to look quite bulky, because of course to do cat's eye with chrome over, we need cat's eye painted in French. We need to then paint the French again with no wipe top coat, and then we need to go in with the chrome. So I'm going to test using the chrome over the cat's eye itself without having to do any top coat and just see how that turns out, because if it goes well, then that would be really good to be able to miss out a step. So I'll do that on one nail, and if it doesn't go well, obviously I can just wipe it off and just go straight in with my top coat on them instead. So we're going to do that. We're going to do it like it's a bit of a what's it called, like a what's the word I'm looking for? Experiment, that's what I was going to say. We're going to see, because I don't actually know what sort of tacky layer this polish has got, so we'll find out obviously. And then I'm going to just do a coat of a clear gel over this, because if I do need to wipe anything off, I don't want to wipe my peel off base coat off straight away. Please ignore the growth, there is a little bit. They're like long enough for you to notice it, but not long enough for me to be like really worrying about doing a infill anytime soon, so it's a bit of an awkward stage. But I might also find some white stickers or decals just for 1 or 2 nails, just to give them something extra. But I'll decide when I've done the chrome and everything whether I feel that's necessary or not, because I just feel like with all the hand painting of the French and stuff, especially because I'm going to be having to do it on my opposite hand as well, I know that when it comes to it, I'm not going to want anything too intricate hand painting wise as well as the French, because I will probably be losing the will to live by then. So yeah, we'll just go with something nice and easy. A love heart would be cute maybe, because it is for a wedding after all, and that is very wedding inspired. But I don't know if I've got any white ones, and I'm not sure if I'd want anything too colourful. So I'm just going to quickly show you what we've got to choose from in my collection of like stickers and decals and stuff. I do prefer decals in the sense that they sit absolutely flush to the nail. I like that, but yeah, I don't know. Let's just have a look what I've got, and then I'll decide. You can't really see these because they are white on a white background, which is really stupid, but it's just flowers and snakes, which is very random, but not what I'm looking for this set, so I don't need to look at those. Oh, perfect. I have got some white flowers. That is fab. Not flowers, sorry, hearts. They are perfect. I'll probably just use one of the tiny ones and just pop it down there or something, or maybe up here on an angle or something like that, but we'll keep them out because I think I probably will use them, but we'll see. Right, so let's get into it. I've got my peel off base coat on. Like I said, I'm going to do a layer of clear on the nails, which I will do matte top coat, just because that is a nice base to have for painting anyway, so that'll be fab. So I'm just going to quickly do that off camera, because I am just painting them all and it's nice and easy to do. You don't need to watch me do it, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I've painted my nails with a matte top coat, as you can see. That makes a lovely base for painting the French, and also means that my peel off base coat underneath is protected. So I've just gave my cat's eye a little like mixed up in my hands. So I'm going to go in with that now in the French style, like I said, and we're just going to test out what sort of tacky layer it has, because if it doesn't have a tacky layer, which I doubt, or even if it's really like dry, if that makes sense, like if it's not really wet, it might work quite well with the chrome, because I don't care if the chrome is a little bit grainy, if it will save me a whole layer, but we'll see. So I'll just do it on one nail. If it doesn't go well, I can wipe it off and we'll just top coat over the top. So I've also decided, I think I am going to continue to grow my nails out before the wedding, just in case I change my mind. But I do think I've decided to go with this shape for my wedding nails, mainly because, like I said, I think I have set my mind to French for my design, and I do prefer a French with corners, to be honest. I know that almond nails are like, well, I'd say they're pretty much the most popular shape, to be fair. I see them all the time, especially with French, but I just much prefer a French with a corner. Now, I was thinking originally that I wanted it quite deep because I want to be able to see the cat eye and chrome effect, but now I've done it quite deep, I'm not sure how I feel about it. So let me just do the cat eye effect on it first, see how I feel, and then if not, I will tidy it up and remove some. Sorry, my phone was a bit, I've just moved it a bit now, but my phone was a bit too high, and I actually couldn't see my hand in it, so I didn't even know that was too blurry. Right, this is what the French looks like. Don't think I'm a fan, but again, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the cat eye effect, just in case that somehow changes my mind. Okay, so I'm going to get, oh gosh, nearly lost my magnet then. I'm going to get my magnet, I'm going to bring all of the cat eye, of course, to the free edge because we want it to be all there for that French. So as you can see, super shiny. Absolutely love these cat eye gels, they're incredible. So we're going to have that right on the tip. Like so. That already looks amazing, actually. I think I do quite like the deeper French. I wouldn't usually, but because I need space for this design, I do quite like it. So that is the sort of style French I'm going to go for, I think. I might even just take the side walls down a little bit further. And then probably regret it and then have to do it all over again. That is the point in these, like, wedding nail trial videos, is we are trialing things, and I won't know what my favourite preference is until I've tried it all. So let's just do it just in case it's a good idea. I'm sorry if you can hear my boy crying or whinging or whatever he's doing in the background. He didn't have a very long nap today, and obviously babies don't have any common sense. They don't realise that if they don't sleep they'll still be tired, so yeah. Right, I'm just going to do this again just to make sure those sides are sort of involved with the cat eye. Okay. That is so cool. So cool. Right, that's what that looks like. Stunning already. Absolutely love that. So moving on, I'm going to do 2 of the French on camera, and then I'll do the other 2 off because it's going to get very boring. Watch me do the same thing 4 times. So I'm just going to take this down to about the depth that it needs to be, which I think is about there. Might even be a bit too deep there, but we'll see. And then the side is going down to about halfway, so I'd say about there. Doing the same on this side, just so it's, oh, there we go. And I'm just going to fill it in and sort out, oh gosh, I need to stop rushing. Sort out the shape after. Just going to fill the free edge in really quick. Okay, and then I'm going to go in neaten up the free edge shape. There we go. Well, he's not moaning and crying anymore, but he is seeming to be in a very chatty mood. I'm not sure which is worse. I think I'd prefer to hear him talking rubbish than moaning and crying, to be honest, so we'll go with that. Right, I've just ruined it by doing that, so I'm just going to clean that up off camera really quick. Just with a clean up brush like this, I'll show you what I'm going to do, because I will mess it up even more by doing this, so I will have to keep tweaking it, and it'll drive you insane watching me do it, because it drives me insane. Especially because I've just used a brush that had white gel on it, which is just fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to tidy that one up, get that one perfect, and then I'm going to do the other two, and then we can come back ready for the next step. Okay, while that is curing, I'm just going to open my chrome. So I always get questions on this. I always mention it in the video, but it seems to be missed. So I'm going to make it really obvious what it is in this one. And it is the Vetsy Aurora Chrome. It's absolutely stunning. I highly, highly recommend it if you want to, if you're like looking to get an Aurora Chrome. This is absolutely beautiful. It's so, so smooth. Applies stunning. Like, it's just so, so pretty. I mean, it doesn't look much in the pot, but trust me, it is absolutely phenomenal when it's on a nail. So I'm just going to get an eyeshadow applicator, and then like I said, I'm going to apply this directly to the cat's eye polish. I have purposely double cured the cat's eyes. I've cured it for 2 minutes to try and like get it as dry as it could be, like the inhibition layer that is. So this is what the nails look like so far. Absolutely stunning already, to be honest. I mean, that's a contender right there. But let's give it a go. So we're going to just pop it straight onto the cat's eye and hope that that works. And you know what? It absolutely does. That is brilliant. Unfortunately, I've just noticed right now that I forgot to buff my matte top coat. So the cat's eye is probably, not the cat's eye, sorry. The chrome is probably going to stick everywhere now, which is annoying. But I've got to top coat it anyway, so that's fine. I'll just do that first. But yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to see if I can get the excess chrome off with my brush. I always buff my matte top coat or whatever I'm using under a chrome for isolated chrome, but I just completely forgot, so I was so excited to try these nails. But it's fine. We're just gonna try and get off as much as we can, because the whole point of doing this really was so I didn't have to do like the detail, like top coat. I didn't have to top coat just the free edge. I can just go in and top coat the entire nail at this stage. This would save a lot of time. So I'm just removing as much as I can. That is beautiful. Works really, really well not needing the top coat underneath. So I'm definitely just going to do that on all of them to save that task and to keep the free edge areas as thin as possible, like as few layers of gel as possible, I should say. But like I said, next time I will learn my lesson and I will definitely buff my matte top coat underneath. So I'm just going to see if that helps. No, it doesn't help. I think I've actually just sort of like burnished it more into my nail. So we're just going to go ahead again with a brush to try and remove as much as I can. That is a rookie error, but I'm going to do that off camera just to shorten it a little bit. And then once I've done that, we can come back and add the details. Okay, this is what we're looking like. I've tidied them up as much as I can, but that is definitely a lesson learned. So I think, I don't know whether to hand paint a flower, because not a flower. Why do I keep saying a flower? I don't. Just because I've got a matte top coat on instead of a tacky one, so I don't know whether the sticker's going to stick that well. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because obviously the real nails will be done properly, because I'll know what I'm doing then. This is just trial and error. So we're just going to place one of these on, make life easier. So I'm just going to pop that there. Put some pressure on it, make sure it's all stuck. Super cute, very easy. And then I'm going to do a larger one. No, I'm not. I was going to do a larger one on my thumb until I realised that I literally don't do my thumb in these videos. So that was a bit daft. But that's what I do on my thumb anyway. I do obviously the same as this, and then I do a bit of a bigger love heart on it. So maybe to the side or something, because the big ones are a bit much for me. Right, so I'm now going to go in with my top coat so we can see how they look when they're finished. I just open that up. This is going to bring them to life, of course, because that base is currently matte. So this is really going to help liven them up. Wow, look at that. Have you ever seen a more beautiful chrome? Like, I'm sorry, but this is just stunning. It's so, so nice. Wow. Also, I know I'm probably going to get someone ask, because I always do when I just don't happen to know where something is from. But unfortunately, I don't remember where I got those stickers from. I just get, like, just type white stickers into wherever you usually buy your stickers from. White heart stickers, I'm sure there will be some. But anyway, this is what they look like. I absolutely love those. They are definitely a contender. How can they not be? So I'm just going to cure these for a full cure, and then I'm going to wash my hands to get off all the excess chrome from my fingers, and then pop a bit of cuticle oil on so we can see what they look like properly. Okay, so here is the finished look. I am doing another design in this video as well, because I usually do 2 in every video, but the next one will be super quick because I just want to try layering 2 different cat's eyes, because I did say when I started doing these videos that I'd use the same products in every video. So I am going to use this one again because I absolutely love this cat eye, but I'm going to be wearing blue accessories, like pale blue, like earrings and stuff like that. That was something blue, so I really want to try and use this one, but it's not quite as sparkly as I'd like it. So I'm going to do a coat of this and do the cat's eye on that, and then paint this on top and see if I can still see the silver underneath, like the effect of the silver, if you know what I mean. So we're going to give that a go and see how it goes. But anyway, these are the ones I've just done. How absolutely stunning do they look? I love them. They definitely are a contender, but annoyingly I think I would prefer them if the white was slightly thinner. So I definitely need to bear that in mind if I do decide to go for this set, because I haven't decided whether I will tell you whether I decide on a set, like if I actually do want them. I don't know whether I'll say like, right, these are going to be the ones or not, or whether we'll just wait. Oh gosh, we'll wait till, oh my god, we'll wait till nearer the time, and obviously you'll know which ones I pick because I'll do a video of my wedding nails. So I'm not sure. I think I might do the second option and keep it sort of on the down low, but I do really like these. They are definitely in the running if I don't find anything over the next couple of months, because they are beautiful. So anyway, let me just go and take a couple of pictures of them first, and then I will return for us to peel them off and do the next design. Okay, we're going to peel them off now. So I'm going to use my old faithful gold tweezers. I did find them again, thank goodness. Oh, my boy is outside the door. And he's absolutely not allowed back in here after the mess he made in here the other day. So his dad is on patrol at the moment, following him around everywhere. I will never ever get bored of peeling nails off. Like, I don't care whether they come off in one go and stuff, because I really enjoy peeling them off, I'm not gonna lie. It is very satisfying when they come off in one, don't get me wrong, but I don't mind either way as long as I get to peel them and they come off. That's the main thing. Just a bit on the free edge there. So the next design, like I said, I don't know if I'm actually going to do any painting, like hand painting or any design sort of thing on the next ones. I think I'm literally just going to keep it. I'm really sorry about this, by the way. It's taken a really long time to heal. But yeah, I don't know whether I'm just going to keep it like as simple as possible and just have it as the cat's eye, if that makes sense. Because I don't know whether to try and do like an ombre of cat's eye. But anyway, we'll find out. So I'm going to do a layer of this. This is the peel off base that I use. I get questions about this all the time because it is a phenomenal product. I highly recommend it. It seems really expensive when you first buy it because I'm pretty sure it's about £17, but it's massive. It's 20ml and it lasts so much longer than gel would, because of course you only use one coat of it, whereas gel colours you'd use multiple. So it does last forever. I've had it ages and I've used it so much, and it's still very much full. There's loads, not full, but there's loads left. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a coat of that on my nails now, and then once it is dried I will come back for us to do the design. Okay, so I found these really cute flowers that I think I want to sort of incorporate with this set, so we'll find out whether I do or not. But they are decals. Again, don't know where they are. They're just really cheap ones that have probably been in my collection for about 10 years, but you know, if I like them I'll have to find them again, so if I do I'll let you know. So I think I'm thinking of doing full coverage on most, and then maybe just one attempt to sort of ombre. Or attempt the ombre first, see how it looks, and if I like it, I might do it on all of them, but I'm not sure. This is going to be the one with the sticker on, so, well, with the decal on. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to get my ombre brush to do this. I don't really think that it matters too much about your ombre being perfect, like with the gel itself, because of course you'll move the cat eye effect around, so I think that will help with the blending, if that makes sense. So I'm just fading it up so I haven't got a harsh line, and then once I've done that, it really looks pretty blended, to be fair, so that's good. And then I'm just going to bring the cat's eye to the free edge and then push it up that way. I think that's how I'd do it. Like that. Push it up. Don't think I'm keen on that. Oh gosh. So I think we're going to have to do all, yeah, we'll do all over on both because it is beautiful anyway. So when I said I didn't want an all over colour, it would be much easier for me if I did, because painting an entire nail on yourself on both hands is so much easier than doing French. But I don't know, when I think of bridal nails, I just think French, which is a bit silly really, because obviously you can do whatever the hell you want on your own wedding nails. So let's do a full one. Such a like dull, rainy, cool day today, and honestly it's my favourite day it's been my favourite day in a long time, because this weather is way more me than the sunshine we've been having. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate the sun, I just hate the warmth that comes with it. And I know people out there that are going to be in hotter countries than we are. Like, I'm not starting a debate or a competition, I'm just stating that I don't like heat. Like, whether that's 18 degrees or 40, like I am just not a sun slash like hot weather person. Don't mind it abroad, like when I go on holiday, because I've literally basically paid for that and I know what to expect. I take clothes just for that weather. I'm not working in a sauna of a room. And you know, it's different basically. So I do go on hot place holidays, and that is very different than being at home. But yeah, at home it's not for me. I'd quite happily have like autumn weather all year round. And autumn is my favourite because sometimes it can be quite bright, like it's not always dull in autumn, but the brightness doesn't come with excessive heat, so that is my kind of weather. And today being so dreary, honestly, has really been like a pick-me-up for me, which I know is crazy because a lot of people have that like seasonal disorder. Does that work the other way around, or is it just for people that hate going into the cooler months? I don't know. I feel like I have that, but like going into summer takes me a while to adjust. Well, anyway, that's what that looks like on its own. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp, very full cure. And then the gel that I'm going to be doing over the top is a Born Pretty one, and it is MY10, and it is their Light Flow Cat Eye Gel, like from that collection. And I did show it you briefly, but this is what it looks like. And the only thing I'm wondering is if it's going to be a bit too blue, but we'll see. I'm hoping having the silver underneath, like that will sort of shine through and like dilute it a little bit maybe. I'm not 100%, but anyway, here we go. Let's have a look. If I don't like it, we'll just, well, I don't know what we'll do. Oh no, that's brilliant. Nice and subtle. That is exactly what I wanted. I don't want them to be like really in your face, like bright blue. Do they even look blue to you? No. You just have to take my words that they look blue in person. This is exactly what I was going for, was like the just about blue. I think you can sort of tell. Because like I said, it's just my accessories that are going to be blue. Well, it's not even all of my accessories, it's literally just my earrings. So no one's even going to notice that they're matching. It's just for me. I'll know, that's the thing. So I don't know whether to do a different style of cat eye with this one than the one underneath to sort of give it something different, because I wasn't actually going to use the cat eye effect with this polish. I wasn't going to use the magnet. I was just going to paint it on top and like just have it as sort of like a jelly colour over the silver. I think I might use the magnet and just see what we can come up with. So I'm going to try that sort of style that I just did, and just get it to the free edge area again and see if we can sort of do like a very subtle sort of ombre effect. Okay, so we're just going to bring it up the nail. No, that's not really doing anything, to be fair, so that's a bit pointless. So I think we'll just have it all over. Why not? I'm gonna have to do the magnet on all of them now because I've done it on this one. In fact, should we do a line for the top one? Would you be able to see it is the question. I've never done cat eye and cat eye, to be honest, so this is a good sort of experiment. Oh, you can see it actually. I didn't think you really would. So I might do that instead. I have already decided at this point that these are definitely not going to be my wedding nails, but you know, I might as well just go with it. We're already in the middle of it now. Let's just finish it off and see where they go. I'm just creating that line with this, like so. I'm just bringing it all to the surface first before I actually create anything, and then I'm sort of like using my magnet to draw a line like that. Trying to get my pinky far enough away from my ring finger for it to not affect the ring finger the cat's eye effect. These are definitely a bit too glitzy to be my wedding nails, I'm not gonna lie. There's too much going on here, but they do look really, really cool. Okay, so that's what we look like. Super, super cool. Look at that. Amazing. So I'm going to pop those into the lamp for a full cure, and then we're going to apply some of these blue flowers because that's what's going to give them even a bit more of a blue sort of tinge. So I think I'm going to do the flowers on 2 nails, maybe this one on the ring finger going that way that it is, and then this one on the index going the opposite direction. I think that's what I'm going to do. So to prep this, all I'm going to do is just cut around the image, which I'll do off camera. We're just going to cut around it as close to the design as possible, but not obviously cutting through it. And because then we'll have less backing on the image as well, the more, like, the closer to the design that you cut. And then I will pop it in here, which is just a lid of water. Pop it in there for a few seconds and then take it out and peel it off. Okay, so I've cut them to size. I'm just going to take the top layer of cellophane sort of stuff off, and then place it design side up into the water. I actually love these. I love cat's eye in general, to be honest with you. I honestly can't lie, because it's so effective and so different to anything else. Can we just take a minute? I've just randomly done this for no reason. I'm going to wipe off in a minute, but I've just popped a coat of Vetsy Frozen over the top because it's like a sort of jelly style gel. Works on its own as a couple of layers for a normal colour as well, but I've just popped one layer of it over that, and look how cool that looks. Obviously it's far too blue for what we're using it for, but just thought we'd have a look what it looks like, and wow is all I can say. It is a lovely, lovely colour. But anyway, let's just wipe that off because that was not needed at all. Just thought while I'm sat here waiting, might as well. Right, so it's been a few seconds. Well, it's been longer than that. I've left it way too long, but here we go. So this is how I do them. I take them out, I pat them down on some paper towel or whatever to get off the excess water, and then I'm just going to use my corner of my thumbnail to just push it up so I can get my tweezers on just the backing and not the image. Get the image majority off the backing. And then we need to figure out where we're going to put things, of course. So that bigger one is going to go here, and this one is going to go here. So then I can just place that on and then just go over and make sure it's all nice and flush to the nail. And it really is that easy. So super easy to use decals. Nice and completely flat to the nail. I prefer the way they look to stickers, but sometimes I really just can't be bothered with the process, to be honest. Not that it's difficult, but it's just a bit monotonous. There we go. And then that one on here. Oh gosh, that's not where I wanted it. See if I can move it around a bit. Don't want to rip it, so that'll do. Perfect. Again, just putting pressure on the whole thing, make sure it's all nice and flush. Always attach them to a tacky layer, so you've got that like level of inhibition for them to stick to. But how beautiful is that? Absolutely stunning. So all we need to do now is top coat. Just encapsulate that decal into the nail. So I'm not doing this perfectly because I am literally just going to peel them off in a few seconds, but this is what we're looking like. So I'm just going to fully cure those, and then I'm going to I'm not going to top coat because that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to fully cure them, pop a bit of oil on again, and then we can have a look what they look like, take a few pictures and peel them off again. So here is the finished look for that set as well. I actually love how these turned out. I mean, they're definitely not going to be my wedding nails, but I do love them. Love those blue flowers as well. I don't know how I didn't know they were in my collection because they are very pretty. So I'm definitely going to have to try and find those now because different colours of those would be beautiful as well. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. We are going to take them off together now. So I do definitely need to take some pictures of them before. So I've got some photos, so we're just going to peel them off now, which is very, very sad. Did I even show them to you properly? I don't even know, but this is what they look like anyway. Yeah, I'm always in such a hurry when I'm filming, which is really annoying, but there you go. It's the joys of having a little one. Well, actually, no, it's not the joys of having a little one, because I even rush when I know that I don't actually have to, but I'm just one of those people that I naturally feel guilty as the mum if anyone other than me, like even his dad, is looking after him, which is ridiculous because my partner is brilliant, very hands-on, very, like, he is 50% a parent sort of thing, and I still feel bad when I leave him to look after him for any reason. But there we go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another one. Bye.